Hello, hello. How are you? How are you enjoying your time off from school but still doing homework at home? I cannot imagine because how are you able to do that? I would be so distracted. I'd be like, I want to watch cartoons. But you got to finish your work. Okay, so welcome back. Ignore the hair because it's growing like weeds and still losing it over here, but I got a little ponytail. Anywho, you thought I wasn't going to finish this book, huh? It's been crazy. Cooking every day. I think I'm losing a little weight. I don't know. Maybe from my brain. I don't know. I do have allergies. You go outside in Florida. I don't care where you are. In Florida. And the cars are yellow. Full of pollen. And it's nasty. Anyway. Let's finish this book. Oh, now she decided to bark. Because I'm going to read. Ivy and Bean break the fossil record. And I think we're on the last chapter. So let's see what happens. Remember the book? Let's see. Look at the picture. Oh my goodness. Oh, they look so sad. They're all looking at each other. Looking at Bean and Ivy like, It's called Believe It or Not. Hopefully you won't hear Maggie in the background yapping. She likes to bark at Charlie because she wants Charlie to drop her food so she can eat it and then she gets sick. So it's been a battle. She's been sick on and off for weeks now. So hopefully she won't get sick again. I mean, it's painful for her, but she doesn't remember. Anyhow, we remember because we can't sleep. Let's read Believe It or Not. Breaking a world record is harder than it looks, said Emma the next day at recess. The second graders who had gathered around the amazing book of world records the day before were huddled under the play structure again, without the book. I could get 2 spoons stuck on my cheeks, no problem, Emma went on. And for a second, I got 3. But that's all. I wish the book said that kid did it. Did you try your nose? Asked Drew. Sure, I tried my nose, Emma said. It slid right off. Maybe he has a very sticky face, said Ivy. Maybe he even put something on his face to make it sticky. Maybe, said Emma, but forget it. I'm tired of trying to put spoons on my face. There was a silence. Bean didn't want to be a braggy kid. Everyone hates braggy kids. She would wait to tell about the dinosaur bones until someone else told about breaking a record. How do the cartwheels go? She asked Susu. Super great, said Susu. Susu? I never heard of Susu before. You did it! You did it? Oh, you did. It's a question. You did it? Asked Ivy. 111 cartwheels? Everyone looked impressed. Whoa! That's great. Are you going to be in the book? Susu pulled the zipper in her jacket down and up. I didn't do 111 cartwheels. I did 32. She looked around at the faces watching her. That's a lot. I set the record for Emerson's school for sure. There was a short silence where everyone thought about that. Then Bean said, Did you fall down or what? I crashed into the fence, said Suzu. Got a bunch of splinters. Oh, look. Ew. There's a picture of her. It looks painful. Poor thing. Her knee is on the fence. Oh, jeez. Don't try that at home. Because it'll hurt more than it looks. Right there. She held up her knee. It looked like she had pepper under her skin. Ouchie, said Ivy. She hated splinters. If my backyard was a mile long, I bet I could have done it, said Suzu. Eric's not at school today, said Vanessa. I wonder if he ate 500 M&Ms. Oh my gosh. He didn't, say does it. He ate 112 and he threw up. Oh! But 112 is hardly anything. He didn't chew, said does it. He just poured them down his throat. Yuck, said Emma. That's gross. His mom is really mad, said does it glumly. She put the rest of his money away. What about you, Bean? Asked Vanessa. Did you get all those straws in your mouth? Straws? Bean had almost forgotten the straws. Oh no, but Ivy and I broke another record. How did you get in? Asked Suzu. What? Oh, 44. But guys, said Bean, Ivy and I broke another record yesterday afternoon. She stopped and waited. Well, said Vanessa, what record? Oh, you look at the picture of the poor kid and all those M&Ms. He's holding his stomach and his mom is so mad. Oh, jeez. One time, I think I was 9 or 10. I was so bored and I couldn't go anywhere. So I sat there looking at cars in my on the driveway in Puerto Rico. And I ate, you know those things that they have, the big, it looked like a milk carton of milk. No, it's not milk though. The Whoppers. And it says 200. I ate without thinking. I just kept looking. I was so bored. And when I went like that, I ate the 200 Whoppers watching cars. And I ended up in the emergency room. I had gastroenteritis. My stomach hurt so bad. So they gave me an IV. And I was there all night in the ER watching all kinds of emergencies coming in and out. And I was feeling a little better. So every time an emergency came in, I was like, move the curtain. Draw the curtain. I want to see what's going on. So, oh my gosh. Don't ever do that. Let me tell you, it's painful. And my mother was angry too. But I was so bored. I just ate them without thinking. And I just, before you know it, I was like, oh no, I ate all this stuff. Oh, don't buy candy that much. Don't just buy the little tiny bag. Anyway, let's get that out of the way. We became the youngest paleontologist in the world. There was a little pause. What's a paleontologist? Asked Drew. A person who digs up dinosaur bones, said Bean. That's what we did. We dug 17 dinosaur bones out of my backyard yesterday. And today we're going to get more. And then we're going to put them together and make a dinosaur skeleton. Nobody said anything. Isn't that cool, said Bean. What was the matter with them? You did not, said Tussit finally. We did too, cried Bean. 17 dinosaur bones? No way, said Emma. Yes way, said Bean firmly. Zuzu and Emma gave each other a look. Bean felt her face get hot. Oh, they're mad. Okay, look at their faces. They're looking around at all the other kids with their arms crossed and with beady eyes. Let me drink a little water. Oh, I hate this time when all those leaves starts falling off the trees. Oh my Lord. It's awful. Anywho, but now it's not so bad. And just when you go outside, still you can, see, and if it's windy. But since we're inside the house mostly, but I just still gotta go get the mail. Anyway, people don't just find dinosaur bones, said Vanessa in a grown-up voice. Dinosaur bones aren't just lying around. Sometimes they are, said Ivy. That's how many Anning found them. That's how Mary Anning found them. Until yesterday, Mary Anning was the youngest paleontologist in the world. Sit down, Sasha, said Bean, trying again. Now Ivy and I are. You can't just say you broke a record and get in the book, said Vanessa. You have to prove it. Sasha, sit over there, baby. There's the bed. We can prove it, said Ivy. Her face was getting a little pink, too. We have the bones. Woo! Look at this. Faces. They're staring at each other like, uh-huh. How do we know that they're not chicken bones you stuck in the ground yourself? Vanessa said. They're not chicken bones. They're big. You can come over and see them if you don't believe us, said Bean. Okay, said Vanessa. I will. Oh, in fact, you can all come over, said Bean. I invite you all over for a dinosaur bone viewing. So there. Oh my goodness. You can come this afternoon, Bean decided. But don't come early because Ivy and I have paleontology to do. You better come and see them today, said Ivy. When they're in the museum, you'll have to pay. Come on, Bean. They turned their backs on the play structure and walked towards the classroom. There's gonna be trouble. A bone to pick. Oh boy. They are angry. That's everybody angry now. They want a world record. Bean could hardly wait for the end of the day. Finally, Miss Aruba Tate said, Put up your chairs, boys and girls, just like she always did. Bean and Ivy put up their chairs, wham, and hurried out of the classroom. Wait, you guys! Leo ran down the breezeway and stood in front of them. They waited. Did you really? He said. What? Said Ivy in a huffy voice. Okay, what's a huffy voice? Hello. I don't know. What? Said Ivy in a huffy voice. Okay, what's a huffy voice? Tell me. Find dinosaur bones? He looked at them with narrow eyes. Beady eyes. Huffy. Like, did you really? Are you talking to me? I'm not good at that. Bean's face got hot again. Leo was her friend, and friends believed you. He shouldn't think they were lying. It made her mad. Yes, we did, she yelled. And we have proof. Anyone who doesn't believe us can come over and see. 4 o'clock today, my house. Dinosaur. She glared at Leo. Bring everyone you know. Oh my gosh. Bring your stupid soccer team. I don't care. Gee, said Leo, lighten up. Excuse me, said Ivy, still in a huffy voice. We have work to do. She pulled Bean by the arm. A skinny first grader plucked at Bean's shirt when she reached the stairs. I heard you found dinosaur bones, he said. Yes, we did, said Bean in a loud voice. We found dinosaur bones. He looked at her nervously. Can I see them? Oh, Bean had been ready for a fight. She tried to make her face into a smile as she told the kid where she lived. Come by later this afternoon, she said. Okay, he smiled. Can I bring my mom? Bring anyone you want. Oh my gosh, look at this kid. His ears is like they go all the way like attached and then they go out. Oh, I shouldn't be making fun, but the drawing is very silly. Look at that. That's the new kid saying, I want to bring my mom to see the bones. They did a cute picture. As they walked home, Ivy said, nobody believed Mary Anning either. They thought that the bones were just weird rocks. They told her to stop wasting her time. But in the end, she was right. Who cares what other people think? There's another picture of them being all so happy that they found these bones. Bean stepped over a crack in the sidewalk. I do. I want other people to know I'm right, especially when I really am right. Ivy thought for a moment, but you're still right, even if you don't think so. I guess, Bean sighed. I just feel better if other people think I'm right, too. Hardly anybody ever thinks I'm right, said Ivy. Bean nodded. That was true. A lot of people didn't understand Ivy's ideas. She had had plenty of practice at not being believed. Poor thing. That's probably why she didn't get as mad about it as Bean did. She just went ahead with her ideas anyway. You can do whatever you want if you don't care what people think, Bean realized. But you have to do it alone a lot of the time. They climbed the stairs to Bean's front porch. We need a good snack, said Bean. We have lots of digging to do. A great big snack, agreed Ivy. What do you have? Trail mix, said Bean. They kind with chocolate chips. Woo! Cool, we can eat it while we dig. Oh, no. We should be kind of quiet, Bean added. I think my dad is still a little grumpy from yesterday. But he wasn't. He was standing in the front hall with a big smile on his face. Hi, girls, he called out. How was school? Learn anything good? What's 2 plus 2? 8? Bean giggled. Sometimes her dad was a goofball. 4, she said. Wrong again, he slapped his head. You want a snack? I made banana bread. You did? How come? Bean said. Because I made great banana bread. Duh, he said, bustling towards the kitchen. He was awfully cheerful. Bean put her hands on her hips. What's going on around here, Dad? Why are you so happy? Dad stopped bustling towards the kitchen. I'm glad to see you, he said. It's a picture of the dad with the 2 girls. He's up to something, I think. What do you think? Bean looked at him. I am, then he said. It was quiet around here today. Mom said it's peaceful when we're gone, said Bean. I don't like peaceful. I was lonely, her dad admitted. Bean laughed. Hey, you're just like me. Her dad had been so lonely that he had made 3 loaves of banana bread. He cut 2 thick slices and poured 2 glasses of milk and brought them to the kitchen table. Then he sat down to watch Bean and Ivy eat. What are you guys up to this afternoon? He asked. The girls exchanged glances. It's a secret, said Bean slowly. If she told him, he might want to help. And that would ruin the youngest paleontologist's record. He was old. But Maggie's hiding from me. Every time I look, she hides her head. But by the end of the afternoon, you'll know. The end of the afternoon? He looked disappointed. Oh, Ivy felt sorry for him. Thanks for the banana bread, she said. It was delicious. You're welcome. He picked up the newspaper. See you later, said Bean, getting up. She stopped and turned back to the table. There might be some kids coming over later, she said. Just in the yard. He was reading. Kids, great, he said. He doesn't know how many. That's the banana bread and the milk. Oh my gosh. This is gonna get good. It's another chapter. Oh, now they got all the bones laid out on the floor. There. They're thinking, like, how they're gonna put them back. Oh my gosh. This one is called Dorkosaurus. Oh, I can pronounce that one. I think we better stop now. We've got to start putting them together, Ivy said. Okay, Bean's arms were tired anyway. We can always dig up more later. There seemed to be no end to the bones in the ground. They have found 4 more since they had begun. The bone pile was getting high. Both girls stared at it. Said Ivy. Said Bean. They never talked about this part in books, said Ivy. Should we lay them out and see what fits? Well, that's how you do puzzles. Sure, okay, said Bean. There's some clean grass over there. Lying out on the grass, the 21 bones didn't look much like a dinosaur. It looked much like anything. Maybe it's just part of a dinosaur, said Bean. Or maybe it's a small dinosaur, said Ivy. Remember, the small ones were more common. Right. Ivy picked up the round piece that Bean had found the day before. Let's start with this. Hey, Minnie. Hi, be careful with the cable, baby, okay? Be careful. No jumping. Don't jump over here. Now I lost it. Okay. Oh, she jumped. Where are you going? Okie dokie. Where was I? Oh, Pink picked up. Oh, okay. So she put it down on the ground apart from the other bones. So now we have to find a neck. Bean picked up the long, thick bone. I bet this is a neck. Ivy tilted her head to one side as she looked at it. I think you're right. This was fun. Oh, the neck bone's connected to the shoulder bones, sang Bean. Ivy put down a small bone that was almost the shape of a shoulder. And the shoulder bone's connected to the arm bone. There it is. Ivy put down a narrow bone. And the arm bone's connected to the hand bone. They didn't have hands, Ivy giggled. How about the backbone? Okay, the backbone. Ivy put down the first bone they have found. It flared out at the end. That's the hip, said Ivy. Right, said Bean. Then she sang, the hips bone connected to the leg bone. What are you doing? Don't destroy stuff, please. Piece by piece, they made a dinosaur. It was a small dinosaur, and some parts of it were missing. But they would probably find those the next time they dug. When they had it all arranged, they stood back to look at it. Pretty good, said Ivy. Don't you think we should stick it together? Yeah, I think they do it with wire in museums. Do you have any wire? Wire? I don't think so, said Bean. Ivy thought for a minute. No, what? No. That's Mommy's drawings, baby girl. No. We don't want to destroy Mommy's paintings. Come. Oh my gosh. Crazy cat. Crazy cat Linguini. I call her Linguini. Mini Linguini. Because she's lean. Anywho. Oh jeez. Where was I now again? Okay. I was on this page. Ivy thought for a minute. Just for now, we could use tape. We can take it off when we get some wire. Tape, you got it. Bean ran inside. I think it's almost 3:30, she said when she came out. This is the clock. There's the time. You can look at it, pause it, and see if it's 3:30. It's almost. Okay. In-betweens were hard. She was only positive when it was exactly an o'clock. This won't take long, Ivy said, pulling out a long piece of tape. She wrapped it around the skull and connected the other to the end of the neck bone. She had to wrap it 4 times before it stuck. Bean began to work on the foot. It had only one foot. Oh my goodness. They were working so hard that they didn't see Nancy until she was standing right next to them. That's disgusting, she said, staring at their dinosaur. Bean jumped. For some reason, she didn't want Nancy to know about... Oh, I have to pass a page. That dinosaur. Go away, she said. Look, she's trying to tape the dinosaur. She's got a mess of tape. Oh, jeez. Poor thing. What is that? Nancy asked. Bean would never have answered in a million years, but Ivy didn't know about sisters. It's a dinosaur, she said. A Compsognathus, I think. A dinosaur? Nancy began to laugh, a high, mean laugh. You think that's a dinosaur? Bug off, potato face, yelled Bean. She was getting a bad feeling. It's a Dorkosaurus, squealed Nancy. She held her stomach like it hurt from laughing. Bean glared at her. You guys are total losers. A dog buried those. The people who lived here before us had a dog. Look, she pointed at the neck bone. That's a steak bone. Get out of here, shouted Bean. She looked around wildly for something to throw at her. Oh my gosh. Don't worry, I'm leaving, said Nancy, smiling. Well, till I tell Dad. He's going to be mad that you dug up the yard. She stood on the back porch and made an L for loser sign on her finger and thumb. Shut up, screamed Bean. She looked over at Ivy. Ivy was just sitting in the dirt. Bean stared at the dinosaur. Dog bones? Is that why they were so easy to find? Bean felt heavy all of a sudden. She wasn't the youngest paleontologist in the world anymore. Mary Anning still had the record. Look at Nancy with the loser sign. She looks bad, mean. Bean had nothing. Maybe she's wrong, said Ivy finally. Maybe, said Bean. Somehow she didn't feel very hopeful. The back door opened and Bean looked up, ready to shout at Nancy. But it wasn't Nancy, it was her dad. He came down the stairs slowly, looking at the hole and the dirt pile of the bones. Oh, he looks like a dog. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this. You gotta look at this picture. Look what they made. It looks like a little puppy had died or something. And they dug up the bones. Oh no. Then he looked at Bean and Ivy, sitting quietly on the ground. Are you mad about the hole? Bean asked. No, the hole's fine, he said. He squatted down next to her and looked at the dinosaur they had taped together. Nancy says they're dog bones, said Bean. He nodded. Are they? Asked Bean. I don't know, he said. They might be. Could they be dinosaur bones? Asked Ivy. I don't think so, he said slowly. I'm pretty sure that if they were dinosaur bones here, they're buried deeper in the ground. I see that you work really hard, though. Yeah, said Bean. She felt like crying. There was a knock at the backyard gate. Who's that? Asked Bean's dad. Everybody, said Ivy gloomily. Oh no, look, they're all trying to get in the yard. Well, she invited everybody without noticing. And she was gonna have, well, she didn't know they might be dog bones. I feel bad for her. Oh, geez. The bones of mystery. Oh, boy. It's like almost 30 minutes. I have to hurry. Bean, Ivy. Squalled a voice. Open the gate. I'm gonna have to run away, thought Bean. She stood up, preparing for takeoff. Open up, you guys. That was Leo. I'm going to be late for practice. I'm running away, said Bean. It was nice knowing you, she said to her dad. Wait a second, said Ivy. She looked at Bean's dad. You don't know what these are? The bones of, do you? Nope, can't say I do, he said. So you're saying these bones are pretty mysterious, aren't you? Asked Ivy. Sure. They're pretty mysterious. The most mysterious bones you've ever seen. He smiled. You bet. Ivy nodded. Good. Bean! Ivy turned to Bean. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. She walked calmly toward the back gate and opened it. Oh my gosh, there's so many kids. Look at all the kids. You can pause it and count all the kids that came in. There's like almost 20 kids. People streamed in. Bean couldn't believe how many there were. Vanessa, Drew, Deucet, Emma, Susu, Sophie W, and Sophie S, Marco, Anya, Nasim, Jared, Leo with 5 guys she didn't know. Leo's sister Kiki, Isaiah, 2 fourth grade girls who Bean didn't know the names of, Leanne from down the street, the skinny little first grader, along with about 6 other skinny little first graders, some tiny brothers and sisters, and assorted moms. Hi, said Bean in a small voice. What was she going to say to all these people? What happens next? Bean's dad whispered in her ear. I don't know, said Bean nervously. The tiny kids started playing in Bean's playhouse. And the mom stood around the edges of the yard looking like they were late for something else. But the big kids crowded around Ivy and Bean. They didn't look really friendly. So let's see the dinosaur bones, said Vanessa. Yeah, squealed the skinny first grader. Showtime! Then Bean heard Ivy take a deep breath. Attention, please, Ivy called. She climbed up onto the trampoline and stood there, looking down at everyone. Look, there she's at the trampoline, and all the kids are looking at her. Oh, boy. I have an announcement. What? Said Leo. Not even Mary Anning was as brave as Ivy, Bean thought. She felt suddenly lighter. Oh my gosh. Wait, I don't want to miss a page. These pages are thick. Is that a 6, 7, 8? Okay. The crowd grew quiet, watching Ivy. She cleared her throat. This afternoon, we had a visit from an expert, and he told us that these, Ivy pointed to the bones, are not, I repeat, not dinosaur bones. She looked at the crowd below her. The expert was unable to identify these bones. He said they are the most mysterious bone he has ever seen. Because of that, he has decided to name them the Bones of Mystery. Whoa! Bones of Mystery? That's exactly what they were. Bean climbed onto the trampoline and stood beside Ivy. These are the bones of a creature never before seen, she said in a loud voice. Possibly a man-eating saber-toothed, deadly claw creature. We will let you know what the creature is as soon as studies have been done, said Ivy. We regret any inconvenience. There was a silence. Ivy and Bean looked down at the kids standing around the trampoline. They looked back. Finally, the skinny first grader said, Can I touch the bones of mystery? You may, said Bean. Feeling like a queen, the kids quickly clustered around the bones, inspecting them and fingering their dirt dryness. There they are in the trampoline. Oh my goodness. They're crazy. Then Bean's dad spoke up. I have an announcement too, he said. Banana bread will be served in just a moment. Oh my gosh. That's the best thing. Guests are invited to jump on the trampoline in the meantime. Cool, said Deucet, dropping his bone. Let me up there. Me too, yelled Emma. I bet I can do a flip. So can I, said Susu. There was a rush for the trampoline. Ivy and Bean climbed down to let the others up. Vanessa stood nearby. I told you they weren't dinosaur bones, she said. Bean sucked in her breath. She knew what she had to say. You were right and we were wrong, she said. Probably. I think it's pretty exciting to find a creature that's never before been seen, said Ivy, especially a saber-toothed one. Have some banana bread, said Bean's dad, coming up to them with a plate piled high. Thanks, said Vanessa. She took 2 pieces. Oh, they were really thick. Leo was poking the bones with his foot. Bones of mystery, he said. You guys are wacko. Ivy and Bean looked at each other. That's what they say about Mary Anning. Look. Look at the little... It's a tiny, tiny something. Dog, maybe. Well, it's a mystery. Another day, another record. And that's her Bean talking to her dad. The banana bread had run out quickly, but nobody left. Kids were digging and jumping and running around. The first graders were spraying the hose into Bean's hole. The moms were standing in a circle chatting. Bean found her dad sitting on the stairs. Would you go get your camera? She asked. Please? He put his arm around her. Why? I think I'm breaking a record, Bean said. Oh yeah? What record? Biggest playdate ever. Come on, go get the camera. You gotta have proof. Bean gave him a shove. Okay. He got up and went inside. Ivy climbed the stairs and sat next to her. I'm still bummed that they aren't dinosaur bones, she said. Yeah, Bean said. She was still bummed too. She had really wanted to be the youngest paleontologist in the world. She looked out over the backyard full of kids. Maybe it wasn't going to be the biggest play day in the world either. She would probably have a backup. I think I should try to break glass by screaming again. A wine glass, not an animal. Ivy nodded. A wine glass would be easier. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Bean's dad came out on the porch with the camera. What are you going to do tomorrow? He asked. Bean and Ivy smiled at each other. Never mind, said Bean. Look at them. They're already planning to break another glass. Okay, pass the page. I think that's the end. Oh, it says the end. I love it. Look at all the kids playing in our yard. And it says the end. The end. Yay! We made it. Yay! We did it, guys. Did you like the story? I thought it was awesome. Dinosaur bones of mystery. Well, not dinosaur bones. Bones of mystery. Well, I hope you have a good day, good afternoon, or evening, whenever you're watching this. And stay safe. Wash your hands 1,000,000 times. And tell me, where can I find toilet paper? Huh? Why is everybody going crazy over toilet paper? I don't know. Do you have toilet paper? Throw me with a roll. Throw a roll at me. Something. I'll see you next time. Bye.